Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Walker. I wanted to go over the math test that you took on Friday. Sorry for the no makeup look. It's on a Sunday evening. But I thought I'd go over this. Bear with me because I'm using a different type of platform to record this. I wanted to be able to write and share my screen, and you're able to see me. So anyway. All right, so let's look at the first question. What is the standard form of 200,000 plus 40,000 plus 6,000 plus 300 plus 20 plus 4? So 200,000 is the largest number, and it has 6 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to draw 6 lines. Pen. 1, 2, 3, comma, that's my thousands period. 4, 5, 6. So this is the ones period. All right, so this is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Okay, so we're going to put a 2 in the 100,000s place because I have 200,000. The 4 and 40,000 is going to go in the 10,000s place. The 6 and 6,000 is going to go in the thousands place. The 3 and 300 is going to go in the hundreds place. The 2 and 20 would go in the tens place. And the 4 and ones would go in the ones place. All right, so we have 246,324. So our answer would be, it looks like that's it, D. So we've selected D as the answer choice. All right, so let me erase. All right, moving on to question 2. We've got the Slippery Slide Fun Park sold 45,809 tickets. What is the number of tickets rounded to the nearest thousand? So we know we're rounding in the thousands place. The 5, the digit 5, is in the thousands place. And he's going to slide to the right and he sees the 8. The 8, you either have 2 groups, 4 or less, let it rest. 5 or more, add 1 more. So 8 would be in that group of 5 or more. So we're going to round into the thousands place. So the 8 tells the 5 to go up 1 more. So 5,000 now is going to go to 6,000, and everything before it stays the same, and everything after it turns to 0. So the 8 in the hundreds place would be a 0. The 0 in the tens place is going to stay the same because we need it to stay there. So we can still have the same exact number, same digits. 9 in the ones place will turn to 0. So what this is saying on a number line is that if you had 45,000 and you had 46,000, that this number 45,809 would probably be somewhere right around here, that it is closer to 46,000 than it is to 45,000. So the answer would be C. All right, moving on to the next question, number 3. The Sunshine Market sold 36,502 cups of coffee this year. What is the number expanded form? Expanded form is that long way, is the sum of its values. All right, so this would be 30,000 plus 6,000 plus 500 plus 2. All right, so let's look at our answer choices. What's wrong with this one? That says the 3 is in the thousands place, and we know that it's not. It's in the 10,000s place. What's wrong with this one? Well, it says the 6 is in the hundreds place, and no, the 6 is in the thousands place. Plus, this 5 is in the, says it's in the tens place, and we know that it's not. Same with this one. So those are all wrong. All right, so this one says 30,000. That's correct. 6,000 says that's correct. But it says the 5 is in the tens place, and it's not. It is in the hundreds place. So that's what's wrong with that one. So that leaves answer D. We've got 30,000, 6,000, 502. So it's the sum of its values. So that would be correct. All right. Moving on along to question 4. All right, question 4 says, oh, I haven't gone to 4 yet. Well, we got a circle going on. All right, let's go. Now we're on question 4. All right. Question 4 says a new car costs $26,789. How much does the car cost? Rounded to the nearest 10,000. So we're rounding to the nearest 10,000. So this 2 is in the 10,000s place. And he slides to the right. Okay. That 6 falls in the group of 5 or more. So we're going to add one more to that 20,000. So 20,000 plus 10,000 would be 30,000. There's nothing before it because we're not rounding within the number. And so everything after it turns to zeros. So this 6 in the thousands place will be a 0 now. The bossy neighbor always turns to a 0. The 7 in the hundreds place, 0. The 8 in the hundreds place, 0. The 9 in the hundreds place, 0. So this number would round to 30,000. So what it is saying, if you had a number line and you had 26,000, you had 20,000, because we're doing to the nearest 10,000, excuse me. And we had 30,000, because that would be the next 10,000. This number, 26,789, would probably fall about right here. And so you can see that it is closer to 30,000 than it is to 20,000. So the answer choice for this then would be D, 30,000. All right, let's go to question 5. Question 5 says, what is the standard form of 421,562? So we're going to take the first, we know in the we got a thousands period. So we got 421. So how do we write 421? 4, 2, 1. We're in the thousands period, so I know I'm going to have this comma. This comma tells me that, hey, this 421 is in the thousands period. Each period has 3 spaces. So we have ones, tens, hundreds in each period. So we know we're in the thousands period. All right, the next one is 562. So that would be 562. All right, so looking at that, it looks like that D would be our correct answer choice. All right, moving on to question 6. Question 6 says, Laura's school collected 56,809 box tops. What is the number rounded to the nearest 100? Again, so we're rounding, but we're rounding to the hundreds place. This 8 is in the hundreds place. He slides to the right. He sees a 0. 0 would fall in that category of 4 or less. So 4 or less, the rest of it says, let it rest. So 8 would stay the same. Everything before it stays the same because we're rounding within the number. So the 6 in the in the thousands place would stay the same. The 5 in the 10,000s place would stay the same. But what's going to change, everything to the right is going to turn to zeros. This 0 in the tens place, and then the 9 will turn to a 0. So this number would be 56,800. So looks like A would be our correct answer choice. All right, so what that is saying on a number line is that if we had 56,800, and we have the next 100 would be 56,900. All right, and in between here would be 56,850. We would say that this would be somewhere probably about right here. And we can see that it is closer to 56,800 than it is to 56,900. All right, so we're going to go on to the next question. Let me erase. All right, question 7. What is the value of the 6 in the population of Milwaukee? All right, so this 6 is in the thousands place. All right, so here it says 1,000, and I have 6 of them, so my answer would be B. Okay, going on to the next question, number 8. In which week's sales does the 6 have a value of 6,000 divided by 10? All right, so Think of this, when you're dividing, you're getting smaller. So I told my students in the traditional form, I told them that when you're dividing, think about you're going downstairs, and whenever you're multiplying, you're going upstairs because you're going to get a higher number. And when you're dividing, you're going to go downstairs because you're going to get a lower number. Okay, so you're going lower downstairs, you're going higher upstairs. All right, so we can see that 6,000 divided by 10. All right, so divided by tells me I'm going downstairs. And the 10 tells me the 0 says one step, okay, just one time. So if I'm in the thousands place, here's the thousands place, and I'm just going down one step right here. What's thousands? If I go down, going back this way, this would be the hundreds place. So this 6 will be in the hundreds place. So that would be 600. Also think about this. You've got $6,000, 10 people. How much money are they going to get? They're going to get $600. That's another way to look at it. Also, a little trick is what's in your divisor. Mark off 1 0, however many zeros you have in your divisor. That's how many zeros you mark in your dividend. And you can see that now I'm at 600. So that's just a little trick, but I'd rather you know what you're actually doing. So this was a thousands place, and we took one step downstairs to the hundreds place. So now we're looking for a number that's got a 6 in the hundreds place. And so yes, week 1 has a 6 in the hundreds place. There's a 1, there's a 0, there's an 8. So this is the correct answer. So that would be week 1. So week 1. So that would be A. So A would be the correct choice. All right, so now let's erase. All right, let's go to question 9. Which set of numbers follows the same rule of add 3 like the pattern shown? All right, so we can see that we're adding 3. 13 plus 3 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 plus 3 is 22. All right, and so we're adding 3. We got 20 plus 3 is 23. 23 plus 3 is 26. 26 plus 3 is 29. So we can see that we're adding 3 here. We can see that we're going up, but 21 plus 3 would be 24. So that wouldn't work. 35 to 32, we're going down, we're subtracting. 41 to 37, we're going down, we're subtracting. So the correct answer would be A. Now, what I will tell you is sometimes they like to trick you. So it's very important that you make sure you go all the way through, because sometimes they may have 2 answer choices where you're adding 3, and they may add 3 the first and the second one, but then they change it on you. So make sure that you carry it all the way through to make sure that you are adding 3. But we can see that we were, because this one we eliminated B, C, and D immediately. All right, so let's go to the next question, 10. All right, we got the rule subtract 6. So we're taking 517 and we're subtracting 6 from it. So if I get my pen and I go 517 minus 6, we know that is 7 minus 6 is 1. And then this would be 1, and this would be 5. So 511 would be the correct choice. So B it is. All right. All right, and let's go to question 11. Question 11, looking at our models, the cubes represent 1,000, the flats represent 100, the rods represent 10, and the unit cubes represent 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3,000. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,500, excuse me. Sorry about that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So a 5 in the tens place. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the ones place. So this number should be 3,559. And so that would be answer choice B. Okay. All right. Moving on to question 12. What is the value of the 7 in the number 14,763? Oh, no, excuse me, is the value of this. So this 7 is in the hundreds place. So its value is actually 700. What is 7 times 1,000? It's 7,000. Are these equal? And the answer is no, they're not. So this would be false. Okay, let's go to question 13. Question 13, the value of the 9 in this number. Well, its 9 is in the 10,000s place, so its value is 90,000. Value means its worth. And then 9 times 10,000 would be 90,000. And so are those the same? And the answer is yes, they are. Okay, so that would be true. All right, number 14, we've got the value of the 3 in this number. So the value of this 3 is in the thousands place. We have 3 of them, so it is 3,000. All right, so 30,000 divided by 10. So we know we're going downstairs by 1. So we're going to go down 1, which means the 3 was in the 10,000s place. And we're going down 1 by 10 by 1 step because there's 1 0 in 10. So we're now at the thousands place. So the answer to this would be 3,000. Meaning if you had $30,000 and you shared it with 10 people, or you gave it out to 10 people, they're each going to get $3,000 because 3,000 times 10 is 30,000. So these are the same. So the answer is true. Okay. Let's go to question 15. All right, the value of the 5 in the number 61,543. Well, the value of this 5 is in the hundreds place, so its value is 500. And then 500 divided by 10. Again, we're going downstairs because we're dividing, so we're getting smaller. We're going only down 1 step because we're dividing by that 10. All right, so if you're in the hundreds place and you go down 1, it's now going to be 50. Are those two numbers the same? And the answer is no, they are not. So the answer would be false. Okay. Let's go to question 16. Which number has a value of the digit 6? That is 6 times 100. All right, so the 6 times 100 would be 600. So we're looking for the digit 6 in the hundreds place. So nope, yes, nope, yes, nope. All right, so my answers would be B and D. All right. Question 17. Which numbers would make this inequality true? So this has the root word equal in it. Okay. N means not, so not equal. So we're looking for a number that's not going to be equal. We know that the opening is on the large number. So this is 35,617 is greater than two numbers. So we know 2 because of this up here. So we're looking for 2 numbers that are going to be smaller than this. All right, so is 34,296 smaller? Yes, it is. Is 35,426 smaller? Yes, it is, because 400 is smaller than 600. We're like 4,000 is smaller than 5,000. All right, so in this number, we know that it is larger because 70 is larger than 10. And this number is larger because 6,000 is larger than 5,000. And this number is larger because 7,000 is larger than 5,000. So A and B are the correct answer choices. So A and B. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Question 18. All right, when rounded to the nearest thousand, which numbers round to 42,000? All right, so we're rounding, and we're rounding to the nearest thousands place. So this 0, let me get my pen. It would go up 1, but that would be 41,000. All right, this is in the thousands place, but again, this one would round to 41,000 because that 4 would tell him to let it rest. That 7 told the 0 to go up 1, but just up 1, so 0 plus 1 would be 1. And then this is in thousands place, but this 4 would tell the 1 to let it rest. So this one rounds to 41,000. All right, so this one's in the ones place. I mean, in the thousands place, and the 6,001 to go up one. So this one would round to 42,000. This 2 is in the thousands place. This 3 would say let it rest. So this one would round to 42,000. So my answer choices would be D and E. All right, so D and E. All right, the next question, sorry. What is 563,280 rounded to the nearest 100,000? All right, so this 5 is in the 100,000s. If you're not quite sure, start over here and count ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. All right, so we've got 100,000, and you can just say ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, except this is in the ones period, this is in the thousands period, so 100,000. So he slides to the right and sees a 6. 6 would be in that group of 5 or more. So we would add one more. So 500,000 plus 100,000 would be 600,000. So it's very important that you underline the digit that you're rounding and know that everything after it is going to turn to zeros when you are rounding. Everything. And I noticed that some people did not do that. And you would have gotten maybe the correct answer if you would have rounded in the correct place and made all these zeros. Okay. So on a number line, if you had 500,000, and you had 600,000 was the next 100,000s, you can see that 563 would probably be somewhere about right here. And you can see that it is closer to 600,000 than it is to 500,000. Okay. All right, question 20. What is 79,000 rounded to the nearest 10,000? So we're doing the 10,000s place. This 7 is in the 10,000s place. He slides to the right. 9 would be in that group of 5 or more, so we're going to add one more. 70,000 plus 10,000 would be 80,000. Okay, so that would be rounded to the nearest 10,000. So on a number line, this is closer to 80,000 than it is to 70,000. All right. Question 21. Okay, so baseball stadiums have different numbers of seats. Arrange the stadium seats in order from least to greatest. So we're looking from smallest to largest. So we want small here and large here. All right, they all have the same number of digits, which would be 5. They all have a 4 in the 10,000s place, but they differ in the thousands place. Again, I got to remind myself I'm looking for the smallest. So I've got 1,000, 1,000, and 2,000. So I know this 2,000 is actually the largest. So it's going to go over here because it's the largest. This is the smallest. This is the largest. All right, so then I go over here to the hundreds place because I see that I both in these two boxes, rectangles, they both have a 1 in the thousands place. But I got a 9 in the hundreds place and an 8 in the hundreds place. So 900 is greater than 800. So I know that this is going to be the middle number, and then this one is my smallest number. All right, question 22. You had 59,201 sandwiches this year. Which representations show the number of sandwiches sold? Select 3 answer choices. All right, so there was one answer choice that was in here. All right, and we can see this one's not it because the 2 is not in the tens place. So let me scroll down. All right, so B is one of the answer choices because, yes, that is 50,000 plus 9,000 plus 200 plus 1. All right, so then there's going to be one of these two that's going to be the answer choice. So 59,201, 59,210. So no, it was 201. So C is another answer choice. And then you have E, F, G. And actually, you've got 5 10,000s, 9,000s, 200s, and 1. G is a correct answer choice. But also, this one is too. And so there really were 4. So I went back in, and if you selected one of these, then I gave you credit. If you got 2 out of 3 of them right, I gave you partial credit. So I went back in and changed your grade. So your grades that were on Schoology are not the correct grades. You need to make sure you check PowerSchool. I haven't put them in yet, but I will be. If I don't put them in tonight, I'll put them in tomorrow. So make sure you check those, okay? All right, so 5 10,000s, that would be correct. That's 50,000s. 90 hundreds, if you go 90 times 100, that is 9,000. All right, and then 200s would be 200 and then 1. So F is also another one of those answer choices that would be correct. Okay, so I gave you, if you put F, I gave that to you. If you put G, I gave that to you. If you got 2 out of the 3 right, I gave you half credit. Okay, all right, and then moving on to 23. So some people only got half credit on this because it says write the standard form of each number in the blank. Then you're going to make the comparison. So this was really a 3-parter. And so I see where a lot of people just put a sign and it said write the standard form. So several people didn't. So I gave you partial credit. Or if you got one of these right and one of these wrong and you got the comparison sign correct, I gave you partial credit. But to get full credit, you had to get this number correct, and the correct sign. Okay? So we've got 5 10,000s. You've got 7 in the thousands place. You've got 800s. And we have 0 10s and 6 1s. Okay? Then in this number, we've got 5 10,000s, 7,000s. We've got 900. We have 0 10s and 8 1s. And you can see that this number, that 57,806 is less than 57,908. That 800 is less than 900. Okay? So, all right, moving on to 24. I believe this is our last one. This is a model. Again, these are cubes that represents 1,000. So we've got 1,000 and then 100, 200, 300, 400. And then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1,466 is the correct answer. Wait, is there another one? No, yeah, there is. Okay. All right, if the rule is subtract, so I was thinking I was done. If the rule is subtract 6, then what is the missing term in the sequence? So this would be, which we already had done. So this is coming from somewhere else. So we've already done that one, and it was 511. Anyway, all right, so let me know if you have any questions, and I will be happy to answer them. I will be happy to give you a separate video if you need one. Just let me know. All right, I will be talking with you later.